Anita is back tonight from way back in. We're talking about the Are You Really Winning campaign. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
This is probably a pretty important time of year to talk about this, right?
It is a pretty big time, yes.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about this campaign.
So we're doing the Are You Really Winning campaign, which wants to focus on education, prevention, and also treatment options for persons who might be affected by gambling, gambling use disorders, and gambling-related harm.
So how do you know if you actually have a problem?
Well, you kind of want to take a big view and then maybe narrow it down. So when you go on areyourreallywinning.com, we do have a survey or a screener, and you can kind of take it. You can take it in your own privacy of your home or with somebody else, and you can kind of just review where you're at and be like, is there something not? And then there's help immediately available. So there's a person available to speak to you if you do feel like you might want some resources. And sometimes it's just getting some education, maybe just what is and what isn't gambling, what could and could not be harmful. And we definitely want to focus on, if you feel like it's too much, if you feel like it's starting to affect your life, your work, your personal, school, finances, that might be a time to look at it.
Right, and I think, at least for me, like when you're growing up, you think you either don't have a problem with something or you do have a problem with something. But there is kind of a middle area, isn't there?
There really is, right? Like it's very much a whole entire spectrum and very much gray area. So it isn't just like yes, no. There definitely are, and very much for different people, it will be different things, right?
Yeah.
So some people just need to cut down.
Right.
Some people will never be able to gamble again. Some people just need to get different type of resources. And then for youth, we definitely say no gambling until you're old enough.
Right. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. for many reasons.
Yeah.
Mainly because, it's illegal, but two, because their brains aren't fully developed.
Right. And you don't want to get a habit started when you're so young, something like that, where it ends up turning into a problem where maybe it wasn't going to be, right?
Very true.
So what does this big football game on Sunday mean to you guys?
Yeah, so it's a big football game, right? Many people get excited. Many people who never gamble or are never really involved in this will be kind of coming forward. So what we really want to do is just make some awareness over if there is any gambling-related harm or you feel like there might be a problem. Reach out, call 1-800-GAMBLER, go on areyourreallywinning.com to get more information, to get more resources. If you are hosting a party or going to a party, just be aware of your own limitations, right? How much do I want to spend?
Right.
What do I want to do? Can I do anything at all? Make people aware. Have safe zones, right? Where can I and where can't I? We always recommend that there's like an area with beverages too, adult and youth beverages. Same thing with gambling, right? You want to have a gambling, non-gambling area, so there's safe zones for people.
Absolutely. I love that your website is such a great resource too, though, because for any addiction or any problem you might think you have, it's so scary, right? It's like scary to talk to someone or to even say it out loud, like I may or may not have this issue, but just going to a website, nobody's looking at your website. Just go, you can go research it yourself.
Right.
And you can decide then like what step you need to take, and it's much less scary.
It is much less scary, and we do encourage everybody not to be scared. That first step is always the hardest, and like you said, not everything always has to be yes, no.
Right.
There's so much in between. Let us help you find that in between,
Absolutely.
So that you are healthy and safe.
So tell me a little bit before we go about the Problem Gambling Awareness Art Competition.
So in recognition of March, which is Problem Gambling Awareness Month, we do a very large art competition, and it's open to anyone 14 and up, and then there's a separate adult category 21 and up. We recommend that everybody submits anything that is art to them and anything that represents gambling, gambling use disorders, anti-gambling, anything that they feel like is within that category. We're doing that to promote the fact that there are other things you could do besides gamble.
Okay.
As well as a healthy alternative, and there are some prizes available. So we will have the recipients of the awards in June at our Illinois Council on Problem Gambling Conference.
Awesome. And we can get more details on your website?
Yep.
Perfect. Head on over there to areyourreallywinning.com. Anita, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Game day is next with Eyewitness News anchor Tom Lewis. He's getting us ready for Sunday's Super Special in just a minute. We'll be right back.